Hello everyone, my name is Carrie Broom and I am a spiritual medium. So today I wanted to take the time and opportunity to speak to you about the Akashic Records and the Life Review. So first of all, we're going to start with the Akashic Records, and from then we'll get into the Life Review. So I'm going to explain to you my very first experience with the Akashic Records and how I learned about the Akashic Records, and we'll go from there. So first of all, my first experience with the Akashic Records came to me through meditation. So those of you that have been following my page and following my videos know that I have been meditating for the past 9 years. So my first experience with the Akashic Records happened to me prior to my brother's passing. So I think about 30 days before Jamie passed, I meditate every night. And during these meditations, I could see what I now know is the Akashic Records. At that time, I didn't realize what it was that I was seeing, but now I know what it was. So I'm going to explain to you what was happening in this meditation and what it was that I was seeing, and we'll just continue going into it from there. So while I was meditating, I was seeing this huge room with tons of books. So from the floor all the way up to the ceiling, books everywhere. Books, 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 books. There was this big, huge, long, grand table and light beings. So when I say light beings, I say souls that belong in the spirit world. And I see them as and call them light beings. Okay. So they were grabbing these books off of the shelves and they were bringing them onto the table. So this goes on for quite some time, and they continue pulling the books and bringing them over to the table. Now towards the end of my meditation, just before I would come back into my awareness, I would see them sitting around the table reviewing these books, talking about the books, and I knew at that particular time they were having a meeting of importance, but still did not know that it was the Akashic Records, and I still did not understand what it was that I was seeing. But what I have learned through my meditation is I just let whatever comes to me come. I just lay back and I watch through my third eye as a prospector. Like, I am not myself whenever I am watching this, so therefore nothing startles me anymore whenever I meditate. I just allow the process to flow. So now I'm going to go into after Jamie's passing. I saw the his life review again, which is the Akashic Records, and this time through my meditation, Spirit was bringing me back into the Akashic Records. And they brought me to a particular shelf and they showed me that Jamie's books were sealed. So that was my way of knowing that he was at peace, that he had completed his life review, and he now was in heaven and was completely healthy, happy, and fantastic. Okay? So that's how I learned about the Akashic Records. Also through literature and education, I also now have learned about Akashic Records. But honestly, when I saw them in that first meditative form, I didn't even know what the Akashic Records were. I had no idea what I was seeing until I started getting more in depth into my meditations and started working with my guides and accepting my gift. Now I'm starting to understand more and more what it is that they are trying to show me, or what they are participating in with me. Okay, so also from the Akashic Records, now I'm going to explain the life review. So prior to the soul leaving the physical world, our soul team, our light beings, soul partners I'm going to call them, in spirit, they're in the Akashic Records and they're pulling your books and they're getting your books ready to do your pre-life review. So this is prior to you passing. You're still here in the physical world, but they are getting ready to greet you and do your life review with you whenever you cross over. Okay? So whenever we cross over, we do our life review. And these are the type of things that happen whenever we do our life review. So, okay, in the Akashic Records, everything that ever has been or anything that ever will be is recorded in the Akashic Records. So before we come here in the physical world with our light team, we decide what lessons we want to learn in the physical world. Okay? So whenever we cross over and we do our life review, we review these lessons that we chose to learn in the physical world. So I can tell you from meditation and from channeling spirit that the number one most important thing that spirit can tell me is the human experience is emotion. Emotion is the key word. So whenever you do your life review, every interaction that you have ever had with any human being, anything that carries a soul, animal, human, no matter what it is, as long as it carries a soul, you will review this interaction when you cross over. So all the kind things that you've ever done for someone and all of the mean things that you've ever done or hurtful things that you've ever done, you review these things at this particular time. Now, the key is when you're reviewing these things, you are not reviewing them through your own eyes. You are reviewing them through the eyes of the person in which this interaction took place with. Okay? So, say you're a man and you have crossed over and your wife and you had a child together and it was the most beautiful experience that you had. When you cross over, you will watch the birth of your child, but it will be through your wife's eyes. Okay? So I hope I'm explaining this clearly enough that you understand. Also, I want to go a little bit more to the negative or to the darker side of human minds and human emotions. And I'm going to talk about betrayal or mistrust. And we're going to get a little personal here for a second. But if you are a man and you have sexually molested a child or a woman, when you cross over, you will review that action, but it will be how you dampened and hurt the soul of the person that you did that to. Okay? So from there, you're going to learn how you hindered that person's soul and what you did to that person's soul. Now, everyone has the opportunity to cross into heaven. Everybody does. Everybody's forgiven. From what my spirit guides and angels tell me, it's your choice of whether or not you decide to go. Okay? So, we'll get into that another day. Right now we're going to stay on topic with the life review. So, from there, we learn, like I said, the emotions that we put on to others and the lessons that we learned in this entire lifetime through this life review. So I wanted to explain to you about the life path and what the life path is in the Akashic Records. So when we come here, like I said before, my spirit guides and angels are telling me that we plan our life path. So we decide as souls what it is that we want to learn when we come here and what it is that we would like to experience in this human state. So from there, anyone that is watching this video that has had a hard life, somebody that is suffering from cancer, or someone that has hurt somebody else's feelings, or loves somebody to, so much and so sad because that person's not with them no more, you can trust in the fact that before we come here, we are spiritual beings. We pick the lessons and things that we go through in our life before we come here. So I hope that you can find a little bit of peace in that statement, knowing that yes, we all go through some hard times and we all go through some really shitty things here in the physical world. But trust me, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and there is a reason for everything that we go through, for every act of kindness that you do, for anything that you do that you're not proud of. Whatever it is that's going on in your personal life, there's reasons for absolutely everything. Okay? So remember that the next time you're walking through Walmart and there's a little old man behind you, and, open the door for him. Let him walk through. Don't shut the door on him. You know what? Those simple little acts of kindness, they go such a far way. We need to spend more time loving each other and showing love. So I hope that you enjoyed this little video on the Akashic Records and the Life Review. And stay tuned for next one. Thank you. Take care. Have a wonderful, blessed day.